Good evening, everyone. How are you?
Doing good.
Hi, good to see you all. Good to see you all. I apologize for last Monday at the last minute. I something I haven't done in, for, in forever, but it was necessary. I was out of town visiting my mother, 87-year-old mother, and had traveled to Florida to visit my college-age son, who I hadn't seen, neither had I seen since January 2020. And my son had broke his hand and chipped his two front teeth. A lot of money was invested in that smile. And I was in a strange town, never been to Gainesville before, Florida, that is, beautiful town. He's in college there, and had to scramble and get to an emergency room and then follow up with, get a temporary cast, follow up, find an orthopedic, and where they gave me a referral, and get a permanent, not a permanent, but a hard cast, and then find a dentist to do the necessary temporary work, because I want to get it all done while I was down there. So, I was in total daddy mode, making it happen, getting it done. And we were able to get all of that done and get him situated and everything. He was in, of course, considerable pain. So you might be thinking, how did this happen? Well, I'll be politically correct here. I'll take it easy on him. But my son is 6'5", 220 pounds. He's a D1 athlete. He actually walked on the University of Alabama and made the football team. And he's a receiver there and all this stuff. But he transferred from Alabama, and he's going to be going to hopefully play for the Florida Gators soon. So he had a little downtime, and sometimes with young adults, idle time, so he was playing a pickup game of basketball. Why, I don't know. But anyway, on the asphalt, on the concrete, I think some of us have been there before. He decides to try to slam dunk over a guy. Now, if I heard it correctly, this came from him. He got up so high, his knee was in the guy's face. He still managed to pull off the slam. But now, I don't know about you all. I played some ball back in the day, college, high school football and basketball. Some dudes don't like you slamming on them, especially in front of their boys. So, guy went up under him and he went down. Boom. And the only thing I think that kept us from this being chipped teeth and broken hand to a broken shoulder and maybe a skull fracture was the fact that he sacrificed his hand. So I'm driving down to Florida, and this is the phone call I get. I'm on the way down to see him, and this is the phone call I get. So, all kind of things running through your mind. He's in pain. I mean, he couldn't even hold down food. He was in pain. It was bad. It was, the first half of the week was pretty rough. That's all I can say. So, I think I did what any of you would do. Gotta do what you gotta do. So I didn't have my laptop, so I I think maybe once I've logged in on my phone to reach out to my students, and that's when you all got the message. It was via my phone. So I that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But also, I wanted to extend an apology to you because I do value your time. I've been teaching at UMGC for about 21 years, and I rarely miss a class, rarely. So that's what I want to share with you. But it's so good to see each and every one of you. Um, I been looking forward to this, and I want to learn a little bit about you. We got a lot to do here, lot going on. But as I told you, well, I've already shifted the dates, due dates, and everything. So I honored my word. I think I said I would move dates and stuff around. So that's what I did. Okay. So in all fairness, that's the deal. Um, anyway, okay, so I'll tell you a little bit about myself. You tell me a little bit about you, and then we'll dive right into it, the expectations and everything. Because as you know, this is an 8-week class. Well, now 7 weeks, and things will move a little fast, but it can be done. It has been done, and you can do this too. But now you got to pace yourself. You know what I mean? Y'all know how it is. You get that run on, and you got to get your wind. Got to get your pace. Got to get your rhythm. You do that, you'll be fine. All right. So it's on me too. So um, okay. So I'm Jim Golden. As I said before, I've been teaching at UMGC for about 21 years. In fact, it's so funny. I started in 1999. About 2 months after this same son I was telling you about was born. um, so I started out actually teaching website development, believe it or not. I had taught myself how to write websites, and I saw an ad in the newspaper. Get a load of that. The newspaper, not online. And I responded to it, and the guy gave me a little test to see if I knew what I was talking about in the interview. I passed it, and got the job. Now, but my my heart and my passion wasn't really in website development. I did want to be a college professor, but my heart and passion wasn't in website development. My true heart and my passion has always been in communication, and has always been in public speaking. Um, I've been doing public speaking for about 30 years, at least 30 years. And I've I've been paid for public speaking, boy, for about 20 of those 30 years. I own a public speaking business, um, Golden Opportunity Learning and Development LLC. Um, and I work with Fortune 1000 companies, governments. I've done work for the IRS, Treasury, um, UMGC. I've done work for many colleges, Penn State University, teaching the staff, and I teach at University of Maryland College Park as well. And I also train some of their employees on all things public speaking. Um, and I'm in the process of writing a book, trying to get that thing finished because I'm tired of watching my friends on TV talking about their damn books. Just gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of competitive like that. So I'm hoping that this year I'll be the one. I'll finish mine. But I got another problem too, according to my coach. She told me that sometimes I try to be too perfect. She said, just write the damn thing. That's why you got editors. But I want to make it all right and pretty and package it and send it to them and all of that stuff. But uh, that's another conversation for another day. We all got our issues, right? Okay. So I've been doing this for a long time. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is to let you know that, hey, you're in really good hands here. You're in really good hands. And if you're serious about upping your communication game, then this is the right place to be. Because I'll tell you this right now. Being a business owner, it is incumbent upon me to keep abreast of what's going on in the landscape, because I teach the same thing at College Park as well. And what I mean when I say the landscape, what businesses, employers are looking for. And the number one thing, according to a study in Georgetown, and I can if I haven't posted it already, I can post it and share it with you, is communication skills. I don't care what your major is. I don't care if it's technical. I don't care if you're counting numbers. I don't care if you're splitting the atom. If you can't tell someone how you did what you did and articulate it in a manner to where someone who don't know a damn thing about splitting the atoms can get it, then you're not doing a good job of communicating. People who communicate, according to Warren Buffett, increase their value. Check this out. Increase their overall value by 50%. Now, I don't know about you, but I can use a 50% boost in my career. So, um, so these skills, working together as a team, communication, this trumps leadership skills, because if you can communicate to your team and get them to buy in to what the plan is or the project, then guess what? You're wasting your time. And in a workplace today, we have multiple generations in the workplace. Now, when I came in the workplace a long time ago, um, when the boss told us something to do, and notice I used the word boss, I didn't say manager or the current thing leader. When the boss told you what to do, you freaking did it. Today, with some in certain generations, they want to know why. You ever notice that? And those of you who have children, I think you know what I'm talking about. Why? I dare not ask my father why. It's definitely not my mother. No, you don't do that. But, you know, times change and we have to communicate with that change, believe it or not. So, um, we're getting started in a good place here. I like the way we have this configured with the elevator pitch first. Every one of you should have a personal elevator pitch. Every one of you should know how to introduce yourself to somebody. Because believe it or not, we do this thing all wrong sometimes. We really do. And I'll just break it down. And like I tell my students at College Park, some of y'all don't know how to roll up on people. You don't know how to roll up on somebody. And I tell you the common mistakes. One, you don't know how to open up a proper introduction. Now, given that it's COVID, um, the handshake may go the way of the pterodactyl. Okay, the handshake might be eliminated altogether. So some of your intros will be at a distance, and there are things that you have to be adhered to. 80% of your communication, 80% of your communication is nonverbal. That's your eye contact, gestures, smile, posture, appearance, all of that matters. Because believe it or not, people will assess whether they like you within seconds. And I tell you, I hate to tell you, but it's true. If somebody don't like you, I don't care what your qualifications are. I don't care what your qualifications are. If someone determined they don't like you, and that's a strong thing, that a person determined within seconds whether they like you or not. But it happens all the time. So you have to present yourself in the best light. You have to know how to approach a person. All of these things matter. All of that is part of the communication soup here. So this thing called the elevator pitch, this is pretty much a 1 second sound. I'm not 1 second, 30 second to 60 second in some cases, or 60-second to 2-minute introduction, where you will introduce yourself, tell people what you want to do. You got to be specific about it, and then sell them on how you can be beneficial to their organization. The number one reason why anyone will hire you is because you've convinced them that you can solve their problems. You've convinced me that you can help my organization. You've convinced me that you can solve my problems. You convinced me that you can lead. And, look, we all have a story. Everybody has a story. So what I'm looking to hear is from, challenges to triumph. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you are managing something, leading something. I don't care if you're working in freaking Panera Bread. The thing of it is when you came upon a challenge, how did you fix it to a beneficial to the customer? How did you fix it that's beneficial to your coworkers? How did you fix it that's beneficial? We want problem solvers, but you got to be able to articulate that. And chances are, you never know who you're going to meet. And my question to you is, are you going to let that person slip away? Because sometimes that person can change your life. I've lived that. Still today. And I know some of you have experiences, but most opportunities are had by relationships, by people you've met. I'm telling you that as a personal testimony. But you have to know how to talk to people, and you have to know how to talk to the right person. I'll give you a perfect example. This is not exactly a job thing, but I like to collect autographs when I can. And when I used to work for Citigroup, I used to fly up to New York all the time. And when they had a lot of money, they put me up in the Waldorf Astoria, and a lot of famous people would come in that hotel, be it either for dinner meetings or just hanging out in between shows or whatever. But one night, I this was about 20 years ago. I was going up to my room, and the elevator door was closing. Talk about elevator pitch. And his hands stopped the door from closing. And freaking LL Cool J walked in the elevator. Now, I could have totally went fanboy, and just bum rushed him, right? That would have ended badly, because dude is like 6'20" and swollen. But 20 years ago, he was swollen. I know that. That could have ended real bad for the old man. But anyway, we looked at each other, what's up, kind of thing. And then I hit him up. we made small talk and asked him for the autograph. Hooked me up. Never saw him again. Had another situation in the airport. I noticed this long black car outside the airport. And I kind of sort of made out who it was. So I walked up to the security guy and he said, Oprah Winfrey was in the car. So I said, you think I can get an autograph? You know what the security guy told me? Go ahead, get in, go ahead and ask her. you know. So I went in sat in the back seat, and she was on the phone, and she turned and looked at me and she said, how can I help you? Made a little small talk, got the autograph, never saw her again. So why am I sharing this with you? There's someone out there with your opportunity class, dearest. There's someone out there, and you don't know the day or the time or the hour that you're going to meet that person who can change your life. But you got to know what to say. People don't have a long time. They don't have a long time to hear about our beautiful children and our goldfish and our puppy and all that. They don't have a lot of time for all that. We got to get right to the point. You got to stand out and differentiate yourself from everybody else. And this is where your convo comes into play. Now, later on, after I learn a little bit about you, I'm going to give you some information about an elevator pitch. And guess what? I'm going to give you the script. I'm going to give you a script to use. And this will be your assignment. All you got to do is freaking regurgitate. Sorry to make that sound cruel, but you know what I mean. Spit it out. The script. That's all you got to do. Don't get cute. Don't get fancy. Just be yourself. Be your beautiful selves. And I'll be whoever you want me to be. But you got to introduce yourself to me. And all the trimmings. I want the freaking, y'all see me on this call here? Y'all see how I'm maneuvering and moving and stuff like that? I want, Chris, I want you to dance, baby. I want you to introduce yourself to me. And I want to hear some freaking passion. Don't y'all come up here sounding like Winnie the Pooh's friend Eeyore. My name is man, I'll freaking hang up on you. You hear me, D'Angelo? I'm talking to you. Come strong or come wrong. Now, this is a 1 to 2 minute script. That's all I'm asking. But you got to remember the thing. Now, look, you can't come up here reading this stuff. This is not what I'm trying to teach you, guys. This is not what I'm trying to teach you. Don't you come up here reading notes. Hi, my name is Jim Golden. First of all, why are you reading your name? You know your name? You hear me, Mr. McDonald? Do you hear me? You know your name. Samantha? Savannah? Oh, I like that name. That's where I was before I went to Florida. So let me learn a little bit about you, and then we'll get into the minutia of things. Are you okay with that? Now, here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to introduce yourself like you're the baddest person. I mean, just like you invented sliced bread. Now, why you say that? Well, look, nobody can do it better than you. I have to introduce my business all the time. You know how I got a 10-year contract with Penn State? It was they had us back there in 2010, and we were all 30 of us, 30 businesses. Penn State, Pennsylvania, largest, the flagship university. They got 23 campuses throughout the state. That's how big they are. They freaking own Pennsylvania. And they were giving us an opportunity to do business with them. So we had to introduce ourselves. We had 1 minute. So we're sitting at the table and they're like, okay, go. One business, hi, my name is so-and-so. We make transistors and da 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 da. Okay. The next one, we're this and that, and do blah, blah, blah. Okay. Then your boy time came. My time came. I watched them. You know what I noticed they didn't do? Let me tell you something. If you own a business, that's supposed to be your baby. That's supposed to be like your child. And I don't know about any of you, but we brag about our children. So that's kind of how I did. So, but see, I studied them. They all sat down, they stayed seated and introduced their business. Left the whole damn floor up there with the mic and everything. You know what I did? I ran up to that mic and I just started singing, Chris. I spit it out. I'm Jim Golden, principal president of owner of Golden Opportunity Learning and Development LLC, an award-winning company. And I just went down there, check. Guess who got invited back? Yeah, that's right. I got invited back. And you know what? The business, the director, the human resource director told me? She told me that her boss said, we got to get him in here. Man, you know how good that felt? I mean, dude, 10 years of business? Oh my goodness. Put me up in the hotel, feed me, everything. All I had to do was just show up and get my teach on. I'm telling you, communication can change things. So I'm not putting any pressure on you. Well, maybe I am. But you know what? Big time players make big time plays. You want to play ball? Here you go. All right. So we're going to get this thing started. Now, I'm looking at a list right now. So you don't know who's going to get called. So I tell you what, because I always encourage people before they give a talk to do this. Let's all do this. Why don't we just take a freaking breath? Take that breath, baby, and let it go. All right, showtime. You ready, Bradley? Turn that mic on. Talk to us, man. You got 1 minute.
Hey, I'm Brad Gus. I'm Southern Maryland. I'm a government contractor on base. I'm not as enthusiastic as you are normally on camera. not as easy for me. But what else? I don't know.
Come on, Bradley. Spit it out, baby. Spit it out.
In the IT field, I've been in the IT field for 3 years. I had no idea what I was doing when I first came in, and come quite a far since I started.
And, all right. That's okay. This is they call this practice.
Yeah, I do a lot of it.
Yeah. So what's your major?
Computer cybersecurity and computers.
Okay, so what do you want to do with all this?
To be honest, I'm already in the field, so I'm kind of sitting status quo right now, just so I finish my degree, and looking to move up where I'm currently at.
Okay, so you want to get into leadership?
Slowly, comfortably over time.
Bradley, that's a yes or no question.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing that. And what got you interested in UMGC?
Online, everyone else is doing it.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for sharing with me, my man. I appreciate that. Okay. All right. Riddle me this. Where's Chris? I like that background, Chris.
Thank you, Mr. Golden.
Talk to me, baby. Oh, my son named Chris too, so I'll never forget your name.
Oh, well, that's always good.
Yes.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I am Chris Hoffman. I am currently stationed at Fort Belvoir, Virginia. I've been in the Army for 21 years. Got more time in the Army than I did, growing up and living with my parents. So that's always an interesting thing to kind of reflect back on, to realize that, I've got more than half my life here doing this. So I'm the first sergeant for the 9/11 Technical Rescue Engineer Company, the only technical rescue organization in the United States Army. Very proud of what we do. Love it. Got some great certificates and some training out of it. We just did 2 weeks in Tucson, Arizona for mine rescue school. So that's always interesting to go out there and, never would you think that the Army would have, people go down in mines and learn how to rescue people out of mines? Usually, the Army is designed to meet, engage, and destroy the enemies of the United States on the battlefields, but not necessarily go and rescue people out of mines. So enjoy doing that. I'm on my 11th duty station here at Fort Belvoir. One of the most interesting and enjoyable things I've done in my 21 years is being airborne. I love jumping out of planes, love being a jump master. Yeah, some people like it, some people don't. I happen to love it. So, got a year and a half left in this assignment, and hopefully my next one takes me back to jumping out of a perfectly good airplane. I think it takes a unique individual to be able to do that, and an even more dedicated one to be a jump master. So that is my badge of honor. I'm one of a few people that came from my background as being a bridge guy that's able to be a jump master and serve the role that I am currently serving here in the National Capital Region.
All right. Well, I tell you what, thank both of you for your service. I really appreciate it. I appreciate everything you do. Y'all some badasses. That's all I got to say. All right. Thank you very much for sharing. I got to get this question. And so why UMGC, man? Why UMGC, Chris?
So UMGC actually wasn't my first choice. I started with the Central Texas College when I was stationed at Fort Hood.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that. But go ahead, keep going.
That was, a long time ago, almost 2 decades ago at this point. So,
Okay.
UMGC, I went to UMGC when I was in Afghanistan in 2013, took a couple courses in Afghanistan, ended up here. I was like, I guess I need to get on my, get back on that degree train. So I came here, they didn't have CTC. So I was like, well, took some classes with UMGC. Let me just go ahead and transfer my college credits over to UMGC and, continue on with my education. So awesome. I'm currently pursuing my associate's degree for general studies. And I got this class, a math class, and a science class and a English class left. I've kind of put off the writing classes until the end because I can write. I just hate writing. It's my kryptonite. So here I am taking it and kind of bearing through it to get my associate's degree.
All right. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you sharing that. Good job. Good job. Awesome. Guess who's next? D'Angelo. Where's D'Angelo? I know he is, but we'll find out in a minute. Hey, what's going on, D'Angelo?
I'm good. My name's D'Angelo. I'm on 21. My major is cybersecurity management and policy. I work in a retail store at Union Station pretty much. And I mean, I like to play like basketball and stuff for hobbies.
Oh, you don't dunk on anyone, do you?
No, I can't dunk, man.
Okay.
I'm a shooter.
Okay. I think that's a good route.
Yeah. Pretty much, I moved around a lot, lived in a lot of different places. Right now, I stay in Maryland. That's probably my favorite place. One thing I want to do when COVID's pretty much settled down is travel again. Because like I'm half Colombian, so I want to visit Colombia again to see my family. Uh, I chose UMGC because it's mainly online, so it's easier for me.
Okay. Awesome. I appreciate you sharing that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And what's your major again?
Cybersecurity, management, and
Okay.
policy.
All right. All right. Well, you know, you guys, man, y'all gonna have to up your game, man. Keep these folks off our network here. You know what I mean? Just saying, man. I take them down. I used to in my first life when I was with Citigroup, I was in technology. I oversaw a team of what they call ethical hackers. I don't know what that's. I always found that term to be funny. You know, that's like hiring people to break in the bank. You know, see if you can take the money. But anyway, cool, awesome. Guess who's next? Frederick. I'm sorry. Or Mr. Wiggins. What's going on, Mr. Wiggins? Turn that mic on, man. Don't go dad mode on me now.
No, I'm not gonna go dad mode. Yes, my name.
We've already communicated earlier.
Well, of course.
Go for it, man.
My name is Frederick Wiggins. You could call me Fred. I was born and raised in the Big Apple. I'm a father of 3 grown children, 31, 28, and 26. Been in the post office for 33 years. One thing that I have to say is that I'm a lifelong stutterer. I have a lisp and all type of stuff, but basically, man, I just got to just do this thing here. And basically, I just got to let my hair down. Oh, what else is there to say?
So why UMGC, buddy? Oh, and what's your major again?
Criminal justice.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why do you have a favorite show?
No,
show?
just sports. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Giants fan. I'm a Knicks fan.
You admitting all of that?
There's no question. Love the Knicks. Love the Mets.
You're gonna admit all of that, man?
Yes, sir.
Well, you just didn't leave it open. Say I'm a New York sports fan, man. Why you gotta admit that, man?
Also, with this tech stuff, I'm very like I don't know anything about this crap. Basically, copy paste all this other stuff.
Oh Lord,
Jesus Christ!
See what you done started.
I'm a postal worker. I've been in the post office my whole life, basically, and I work with mail, and that's it.
Well, guess what? Guess what, Frederick? Guess what, my man?
Yes, sir.
You're doing something right because you're here, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, you're doing something right. So why UMGC, man?
It's an online school, and that'll be the easiest way for me personally.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Well, you know what? I welcome you being here. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
And look forward to working with you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you, and thank you, everyone.
All right. Don't sign off now. You sound
no,
like
no,
okay.
man. I ain't gonna sign off yet.
All right. Just checking.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, who's next? McDonald. How do you pronounce your first name?
First name is pronounced Jameek.
Jameek. Okay.
Jameek.
Thank you. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good, Mr. Golden. How are you?
Man, I tell you, what's that saying? SpongeBob flop on fall on the floor and flop like a fish. That's how I feel, man. I'm
It's like
excited.
that sometimes.
Yeah, I'm excited to see y'all, man.
I'm excited to see everyone too.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll get started. My name is Jameek McDonald. I'm 28 years old. I'm a Marine veteran. I served from 2011 until 2019, probably the end of the year. During my time serving, I did a lot of different things. Actually, I started off as a data analyst for different aircraft platforms. And then I decided it got a little stagnant in that MOS. So I told myself I was going to go do a special duty assignment. I chose MSG, Marine Security Guards, pretty much internal diplomatic security for embassies. We served with like ambassadors, high-ranking foreign dignitaries, et cetera. I did that for 3 years. During my tenure, I'd say Mongolia, Japan. Well, no, actually, I went to Mongolia, Kuwait, Kuwait, and Georgetown, Guyana. Those are the posts that I were at for those 3 years. And then after that, I went back to the same MOS, except I ranked up from then. Over my 6-7 years, I got to staff sergeant. And then I decided it was time for me to part ways. So parted ways with the service. But during that time, I completed a lot of college. I was actually at APUS, American Public University System, for the same reasons that people are, at UMGC and other colleges like that. It was easier when you're being deployed, going from place to place, to be able to do online school. So I started with that, but then, UMGC offers hybrid and actual online classes, so you can maximize your Chapter 33 benefit. So that's one of the reasons that I also chose this school. My degree path, I'm in computer networks and cybersecurity.
Okay.
I'm an IT professional. It's funny that you mentioned ethical hackers, because I just got certified for ethical hacker. So I was like, he's like, the ethical hacker, like, what do they do? So I have a little bit of knowledge on that.
So they still call it ethical hacking.
They do. They call it ethical hacking. Yes, certified. Yes.
Wow.
I mean, it is ethical.
Yeah, thank God.
Okay. I have 3 children. Unfortunately, 2 of my children don't live with me. They live in Mongolia with their mother. I have a 3rd child, my son. He's 5 months old.
Wow.
Yeah, he's growing so fast. Like they just
do.
grow up so fast, And my soon-to-be fiance, she's from Denmark. She also lives there. She's the same age as me. I don't know if I said I was 28. That's our ages. So,
All right.
all
right. We won't tell her you put her age out there, but
young.
there you go. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate everything. Appreciate you sharing everything. All right, guess who's next? I hope this is not his last name, but it says here Michael's iPad. What's going on, Mike?
Hey guys, I'm Mike Saunders, 21-year Navy veteran, focused on operational intelligence and security while I was in. Retired from that and now work as a defense contractor, focusing on non-kinetic solutions to the world's intel problems. Basically, what that means is I provide solutions that don't involve leaving a big smoking hole in the ground. I decided it's about time. I've been in the career field for about 25 years now. It's time for me to make a shift. So the reason I came to UMGC is to work in a degree plan that I can work with while I'm still working and raising my son. I'm also a single father. So my career field, or my degree plan is psychology. I plan to go from that into a PhD focusing on suicidology. My ultimate goal is to work towards ending the veterans suicide pandemic that we're experiencing. So I've got another year or so left in this program. Hopefully I'll get accepted into Johns Hopkins or the University of Texas to move on and go to my PhD program. So
I got one problem with something you said.
What's that?
You said hopefully.
It's not all up to me. Somebody else has to make the decision. So
we kind of know that, but you know what I mean.
Right. I'm confident that one of the two universities that I've selected will choose me. I'm hoping that it's one over the other. And once we get that all done, my plan is to go to work basically addressing the issues and to study suicidology and try to figure out what's going on and see if we can put some programs into place to get veterans who need help the help that they need.
We need you out here, my man. We need you. Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Wow. Way to go. Appreciate that. Thanks for sharing. Samantha, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my goodness, never better.
So hi everyone, I'm Samantha Kennard. I work as a mental health technician. I've been in this career field for about 7 years now. I've worked as a mental health technician in the Army. I just got out of the military on September 2020. I currently am working as a contractor, and I'm actually head of a warrior readiness program that we just created for INSCOM soldiers to be able to get the mental health care that they need without barriers to their job fields.
Right.
I'm currently working on 4 books right now, 4 novels in a series that I like to do in my free time. And I have 1 cat. Her name is Baby. I'm obviously going off some other thing. I'm obviously going to the psychology field with plans to kind of 2 career paths that I've chosen. I can either go to University of Denver and get their master's in social work program, where from there, what I'll do is I'll specialize in multiple different types of specialties. So I want to do trauma therapy treatments. So getting into written exposure therapy, prolonged exposure therapy, and CPT, getting all those, but as well as doing mind and bodiness. So if somebody doesn't feel that they want a more spiritual connection towards their trauma, I can work on that as well. The other career path would be me going to USU and getting my psychology degree and doing more research into the mind and body holistic approach to mental health.
Love it. Wow, love it. And you left out something.
I left out something.
Yes.
What did I leave out?
You got to write a book.
I do eventually want to write a book, specifically a lot more personal touch of, because it's had death to my family a lot, of bipolar disorder. It's consistently misdiagnosed in the medical field. A lot of the times it's a personality disorder that's not, or it's consistently misdiagnosed as something else. So that's what I really do want to write my research paper on.
Okay. All right. How we talking? Well,
Also, Chris, you're
wait,
crazy.
but wait, hold up. But wait, there's more. All right,
Chris, you're crazy for your knees. You made my knees hurt when you said you're a jump master. My knees hurt.
It's not my knees, it's actually my shoulders that are the ones killing me now.
That parachute must be heavy.
Whew. All I got to say is you all are a bunch of badasses. That's all I got to say. And that's a good thing. All right. Last but not least, and hopefully she'll show her face, is Savannah. Come on, Savannah. You got to represent my home, my native. I was born in Savannah, Georgia. Come on, Savannah. Where are you?
My cameras.
Hold up, Savannah. Hold up. Show us your face.
I can't. I mean, if I show it, it's just going to be a black screen. And my camera's not going to be fixed probably until Thursday or this weekend. So I can turn the camera on, but it's just going to be a black screen.
Okay, we'll give you a reprieve this time.
Yeah, I promise I'll show my face next video.
Okay.
All right, but to introduce myself, my name is Savannah Jones. I'm actually not from Savannah, Georgia, but I do get asked that a lot. I do live in Maryland. I was born and raised here. I separated out of the Navy myself last May. I was a coxswain, so I drove boats for the 4 years I was in, and then I got out and now I work at a dermatology office, and I'm going to school to get my degree in public safety administration, hopefully to be an international AIDS worker.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a big passion for dermatology. That's why I'm working there now. Sometimes I go back and forth whether I do want to go pre-med or not, but it's just something I'm always thinking about. But yeah, helping people and things like that, definitely my passion, whether that be being an international AIDS worker, when I was in the military, when we would have to rescue people in the water, and even in dermatology, helping people feel more confident in their self, in their skin, in their body, things like that. I think that's what I have in common with all of the things I've done. I definitely like to help people. I do have 2 cats. So I have some kittens named Tails and Ariel. They're my babies. Other than that, I don't have any kids. And then, yeah, I have about a couple years left till I get my degree. And I chose UMGC, because I'm from Maryland. The hybrid classes, I get the most out of my GI Bill, like it was stated. And it's just easier. It's easier to work full time and be able to pick your schedule and do online school and in person. So it definitely is easier for me to manage and to do all the things I'm trying to do and be able to manage all of them one time in my life. So yeah,
That's a UMGC story, right?
basically.
Yeah. Well, a little secret I didn't share with you. You may have read it, I don't know, but I'm a UMGC grad myself. I did my graduate work at UMGC, and I tell you, it was the best thing I ever done. But it was a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot of coursework, especially because it's only 8-week classes instead of 16. So it is pretty fast paced, but all of the professors and everything I've had have been great, very helpful, very considerate, because it is an 8-week course with the workload. So I've really been enjoying attending UMGC.
Okay, I like that last statement at the end. Flattery gets you everywhere. I like that last statement. Now, thank you all very much for sharing. Man, wow, what a diverse group. But you know what? There's some commonalities there too. And the reason why I bring that up is because just give some thought about it over this period of time. One beautiful thing about college, and that I've learned, is that it is an opportunity to network, with each other, especially if you have those things in common. Like I said, instead of sending your resume here and there and your qualifications here and there, I lived this personally where somebody picked up the phone and called me, say, hey, I got an opening. Do you want, and boom, there you go. It still works. You know what I mean? I'm old school. I come from the school of AT&T where you reach out and touch somebody. So it still works. All right. So just kind of keep that in mind. I hear a lot of cybersecurity backgrounds, and I heard a couple folks in regards to psychology and mental health and things of that nature. Don't leave that stuff on the table. We're family. We will be family, especially, you graduate, so you got to look out for each other. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get right into it. And thank you all for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate it. All right. I want to talk to you about, can everyone see it? See the screen? Okay, great. Why should you have a personal elevator pitch? Now, what I'm going to share with you, again, I want each and every one, well, I'll ask you. I'm asking that each and every one of you, once you craft your pitch, keep it on your phone. Just keep it on your phone. Because like I said, you never know who you're going to meet. And you're only going to have a limited amount of time to see what you need to say. And you got to get right to the point. You got to impress people. The old saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. It is so freaking true. And everything is riding on that. So let's just take a quick look-see at this particular article here. Now, I'm not going to read all this to you, but bottom line, personal elevator pitch is basically a prepared 30-second spiel that you're going to give to introduce yourself. That's the bottom line. So, and I'll get into the minutia of it when I show you the other visuals. But here's why you want to do this, because it's an opportunity to craft strong connections. And this is what makes the world go round. It's also an opportunity to describe what you're looking for, but be direct at what you're looking for. And the third thing here is to make yourself stand out. Now, I like to use the word differentiate yourself. In other words, you're separating yourself from everybody else. In case you hadn't paid attention, there's a lot of people out of work, unfortunately. A lot of people out of work. And a lot of people are going to be trying to find work. Some people are going to have to reinvent themselves, you know? And so you're going to be competing with some of those folks. So how do you differentiate yourself? You have to get in the door. You have to have that opportunity to get in the door. And it's your communication that's going to get you in the door. It's that selling point that you have that's going to get you in the door. Like I said, if you can convince me that you can solve my problem, you got my attention. If you tell me, challenges that you've had, you got my attention. Yeah, skills are great, but everybody got skills. I'm talking about separating yourself. So here's the deal. You want to create a strong elevator pitch, you got to keep this thing short, okay? Got to keep it short, all right? Now, I know here in the article it says under 30 seconds, but for the particular assignment, I'm giving you 1 to 2 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes. Now, you got to be confident in your skills. You can't freaking lowball yourself. It's just like I was talking to Michael when Michael said, and I know he would, no shade on Michael, but when he said, I hope I get in, and I just came back and said, hope, you know what I mean? Words matter. The words that you choose matter. Okay? But be confident without being cocky. What's the difference between the two? Confident is what you know. Cocky is what you don't know. You got a lot of people talk about things they don't even know anything about, brag on themselves and all of that stuff. No, but you can be confident. I will tell anybody my business is an award-winning business. Of course. Why not? Why leave that on the table? All right. Be general instead of specific. I'll get into more detail about that later. I'll talk about that later. Okay, so be distinctive, but not generic. Everybody have their own unique story. You can't be the next person, and the next person can't be you. But here's the thing. Try to isolate what makes you unique. I call that the UVP, unique value proposition. UVP, unique value proposition. This is what makes you stand out. And then in what you're looking for, what is specifically do you want? Remember Oprah asked me, how can I help you? I wanted that autograph. Boom, she hooked me up. You know what I mean? So you got to know what you want. And last, and we'll cover this again, ask for that meeting. Be specific about that. In other words, can I meet with you next Monday, 8 o'clock, and you take the initiative. Never, ever ask someone who has the opportunity to contact you. You contact them unless they specifically say, give me your information. Now, usually I like to try to get theirs too. Let me show you something here, class theorists. Let me show you something. Y'all see these? Y'all see these? These are cards from people who asked me to contact them. Never happened. You want to put the ball in your court. You want my card. And then you want to reach out to me. Now, don't do what the lazy people do. And I'm speaking in general. In other words, I'm saying what most people do. Y'all ever heard the term the early bird catches the worm? If I'm going to call you, I'm going to call you early. You know why? Because most leaders and successful leaders and executive, they get up early. They get in the office sometimes before the admin. And guess what? If you call before the admin, i.e. gatekeeper, comes in, guess who you're going to get? You're going to get the executive. He or she are going to pick up. And now you get to talk to them and tell them how wonderful you are. And what you want to do, you want to get in. You want to get in so you can interview. You want to get in so you can demonstrate. You want to get in so you can do all of that stuff. You want to get in so you can show people how wonderful and awesome you are. Because I don't care what line of business you're in. Like I said, hand-to-hand combat never gets old. Reach out and touch somebody. Never gets old. You want people to see you. You know, we can't hide behind technology all the time. Now, again, given the current situation, this is kind of how things are done. But even with that, you got to put on the dog, as they say. You got to really show up and show out. I'm on the verge of closing a deal right now with a huge medical company online. And when we got to talking, she made one bad mistake. She should have never set up that Zoom call with me. Because I knew I was confident in what I was capable in. Again, not being cocky, just knowing your skill set, being confident in who you are and what you're doing. People like that, believe it or not. You know, I know we live in a culture where people say, oh, well, you know, kind of tamp it down a little bit, kind of, you know, oh, heck no. The people who get what they want, they take it. I don't mean in a gangster kind of way. I'm just saying in a confident kind of way, Samantha. I'm just saying, you got to take it. I think most of you in here have served in the military in some sort of way. So I think, and some of you have played sports. Okay, some kind of sports. You know when somebody's scared. You know when somebody's confident. You know when somebody means business. Am I right or am I right? Okay, so then why aren't those rules beholden to an interview? Why aren't those rules beholden to an introduction? People know when you know what you know. People know when you're confident. People know when you know what you're talking about. People want to be around people like that. They want winners. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. People want winners. So this is how you have to carry yourself. But now, let's not get it twisted, class dearest. Understand this. Communication, public speaking, presentational skills, they're strategic. What I mean when I say that, if you're giving a persuasive speech, like you will be doing, you have to know, you have to plan that speech for the end. You got to think about the end in mind. How do you want someone to feel? What do you want someone to do? How do you want someone to react? Most professional speakers know that. Informative speech that you have coming up. Everyone in here, you're going to talk about something that you're passionate about. I'm not going to give you no topic. What is this, K through 12? No. No, everyone on here is something you're passionate about. More than one thing. Now, note the word that I'm using. I didn't say something you want to talk about. I said something you're passionate about. So that means when you talk about it, you're going to exhibit some passion, Savannah. David. Welcome, David. We'll get you caught up so you can introduce yourself to us shortly. Don't think you off the hook, my man. So now when we talk about this elevator pitch, let me tell you, if we were doing this class in person, you know one of the first things I would have everyone in here do? I would have you practice your freaking walk. Really, there's such a thing as a confident. You ever see someone walk in a room and you say to yourself, dang, they own this place. Some of that stuff's on purpose. And that's before they even open their mouth to shake your hand. And oh, yes, handshakes matter. Oh, yeah, eye contact matter. So when you launch your talk, your elevator pitch, that is, your first few seconds, you should be making eye contact with me. Your last seconds, you should be making eye contact with me. If you're standing up, you better stand upright. I know some of y'all in here know about that. If you're sitting down, Bradley, you better sit down like you got some posture, baby. You better sit down like you got a back in your seat. Because again, 80% of your communication is nonverbal. You're sending a signal. People are reading that. That's how powerful this stuff is. This is what I'm talking about being strategic. So, speaking of strategic, let's get right to it. Okay. Okay, so your first assignment will be your elevator pitch, your personal elevator pitch. And as I shared with you, for the purpose of this class, this is pretty much a 1 to 2 minute soundbite that explains to people who you are, what you do, and what kind of position you're seeking. The idea, again, as I shared with you with the LL Cool J thing, that you can deliver a pitch to someone in the amount of time it will take an elevator to get to the top, just like Shark Tank. You're selling yourself. Why? This is arguably your most important marketing tool because it's often the first thing people learn about you. That elevator pitch. Now, y'all ready to see how the sausage is made? Here comes the boom. So here's some of the things that you're going to do. You're going to talk about who you are plus a credential, your name, something that differentiates you from your peer. I don't care, your major, athlete, veteran, if you led something, whatever, to establish a relationship. Specific goal and career interest. Now, I'll cut you some slack if you were at College Park, but y'all freaking grown people. So you ought to know what you want to be when you grow up. So you got to know what you want. Okay? I can't help if you can't, you'd be surprised how many people come up to me. So how can I help you? I don't know what I want to do, but maybe you can find something for me. Okay, but fine, get my coffee then. I'm just saying, you got to know what you want to do. And you got to articulate that. How have you demonstrated the interest in what you want to do? All right. Don't come up here with this wishy-washy, convoluted stuff. I always wanted to be a doctor. Well, heck, I want to be an actor. You should say things like, I've taken courses or volunteered. You did something along the way, which most of you have. You know what I'm saying? That tells people you're doing something. Now, here comes the money. This the money, Michael. Why are you qualified? Your UVP, unique value proposition. You demonstrate your qualifications by sharing any leadership. I don't care if you're the freaking night manager at Insomnia. I mean, not, I'm thinking I'm on College Park, Insomnia Cookies. That's a, anybody know anything about College Park? That's a store on College Park for students that stay open late at night and they make cookies and you can just overdose on cookies until 3 o'clock in the morning. But anyway, might I digress? Panera Bread, I don't care if you were the leader, the evening shift leader. Tell people that you led something. If you did, I don't care if you were the lead on your football team, the captain on your football team. Because what I'm hearing is you're saying captain of the football team. I'm thinking leader. If you won the state championship, you're going to leave that on the table? You know how many people win state championships? 0.0 something. Don't leave it on the table. For those of you who done some, we're grown-ups here. So those of you who done some kick-ass things here in the service, oh my God, please don't leave that on the table. Oh, I mean, off the table, excuse me. Achievements, expertise, and your strengths. In other words, share what you can do for me and how you can help me. So what does that require? That requires a big, audacious, badass statement. Like, I can be beneficial to your firm because I have leadership skills. Okay, I listen well. I have good communication skills. I have XYZ. That's what you gotta do. Like I told you with that thing at Penn State, we're an award-winning public speaking company. We work with XYZ folks, and here's what we've done. And then, so you don't end up like this, you have to ask for that meeting. Professor Golden, can I meet with you Tuesday? You know, I'm a morning person. Most mornings I'm up at 6 o'clock. I'm in the street, 6 o'clock. I done laced up my sneakers. That ate my half a banana, Samantha and Savannah. That ate my half a banana with peanut butter on it. That's the protein. And chase that baby with some water, and I'm out 3, 4. If I get the Holy Ghost, 5 miles. Well, I quit doing 3. I'm up 4 or 5 miles now. So I'm just saying. So I'm morning. So chances are I'm gonna try to call you in the morning. That's what I'm saying. And if I have to even bring the donuts, I'll bring the donuts. I will do whatever I got to do. Get me in there. Because I want what you got. I want your opportunity. Y'all kind of get it now? Kind of get where I'm going? Oh, wait a minute now. Just like the commercial, but wait, there's more. Wait for it, Mr. McDonald. Bam! There's your script. There's your script. Come on, Samantha. Go get some coffee, Samantha. Come on now. See, man, I was preparing for this moment. I was preparing for it last week too, but things happened. There you go, right there. Savannah. Hello, my name is, I am completing or have completed a degree in, now you can kind of, sort of shape shift. Notice I said kind of, sort of. Don't deviate off the script too far. I'm telling you, I had some students last semester, and this is the first time this ever happened. Some of them were so far off the script, it hurt my feelings. I had to fail them because they just did what the hell they wanted to do. I'm giving you the script right here, right here. Like I said, you can tweak it a little bit. You don't have to do it verbatim because it might not apply to you, some of this. But I'm interested in a career position as a what? In what industry? I've been involved. Now, it might not be during college, but I've been involved in my life and developed skills in what? I've also had an intern position or employment or on the business as a boom. While at night, here we go. While at the organization, I developed a solution. We love problem solvers. Or led a team. But I believe I can be beneficial to your organization. This is where you get your swagger on, Chris. This is where you get your swagger. I believe I can be beneficial to your organization because may I contact you, not you contact me. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Schedule a brief follow-up meeting and suggest a date and a time. All of this could be knocked out on the low end of 1 minute. Any comments or questions on what I just shared with you?
Are you gonna post this script on the website?
I think I've already posted it in one of the announcements, but I'll double check. Yes, that's the intention. So if it's not there, it will be there tonight. I promise you.
How do you want us to deliver this pitch to you?
Confidently.
Via what media would you like us to do?
Okay, all right. Well, I was going to get into this. Okay, so I have posted, for those who feel that they may be a little challenged or, this or that or whatever, a how-to video on how to post a link or embed a code in the gradebook. That's what I want you to do. Do not upload a file. Do not upload a file. The only time you should be uploading a file is either uploading a file in YouTube, uploading a file in Vimeo, uploading a file in Google, whatever medium you choose, and then you share that link and you copy and paste that. And attach your presentation in there. Been doing it for 1,000 years. It can be done. But like I said, I'm not leaving you hanging. I've also posted instructions on how to do that. Hopefully the links still work. But yes, that's how I want that. Now, here's some things you want to be careful of, class theorists. And I'm speaking from experience. Far too often, students feel that they can do this in one take. All right, whew, got that out of the way. You better go back and take a look at it, because here are several things that I'll be looking for. If you go over or under the time of 1 minute. 2, if your lighting's jacked up. Last semester, I had a student giving in total darkness. I'm like, dude, are you hiding from somebody? I thought he was hiding from somebody. Total darkness. All I could see is freaking eyeballs and teeth. Make sure your sound's right. Okay? Really, I should not have to turn my volume up to the maximum and tell everybody in the house, don't breathe so I can hear you. That comes with checking your work. So sometimes this might be done in more than one take. All right? And please, please, don't wait till the last minute. Things happen. If anything you learned from last Monday, things happen. Don't wait till the last minute. Get her done. But check it out first. Make sure everything first. Now, if you got some kind of situation or anxiety or questions or whatever, I'm accessible. You can reach me. You can set up an individual call with me. I got that posted out there. All you got to do is hit my Google Calendar and get yourself scheduled in, and I'll talk to you. Okay? And if you have a problem accessing the calendar, let me know, and then I'll fix that. But you gotta get it, in there and get it done. All right. So as I said, there's a lot going on here. So we knock this bad boy out. We're gonna have to roll right into the next thing, and then we have to roll right into the next thing. But we're UMGC. We're capable of doing it. This is just what we do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So another thing too, and I don't know the reasons why, but sometimes I see this, and you all are out here in the world just like me, but if something come up, let me know. But just don't go ghost and disappear and think we can pick up where we left off, because we can't. This ship is moving forward. All right. Um, so do your best to stay on top of things. So you can schedule time with me and chat or whatever and let me know. But I want everyone to get a good experience out of this. Any other questions or comments? Questions? Okay, I want to try to show you one other thing here. Y'all hanging in there with me, okay? Doing okay? I'll take that as a yes. All right, hold tight. Let's see here. See if that shows. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Okay. Okay, so to answer your question, here it is. I've attached this along with the other documentation. So this is the visual aid with the script in it. All right. I pushed the date back to April 6th. Okay. 11:59. And another reason why I don't want you to upload a file, because sometimes those files get corrupted when you're trying to upload them. They get corrupted on the download, and sometimes they can get kind of large. And I know some students have a thing for like the last minute. You see 11:59, they start at 11:50, and the file don't load in time. It closes, and you don't get it in, and now you're throwing points out the window. Okay, so get her done. As you can see here on the other side here, I got when the quizzes are due, availability when it ends, when the elevator pitch is due, everything it comes due. All right, so I set all of that up for you. All right, so here's the week 2 posting that I was sharing with you here about not uploading a file. Embed your presentation or share the link or the code. And there's some video examples on how to do that. You want to connect with me, access my Google Calendar. You can either do Zoom or Skype. You don't have to have a Skype account. Just hit my link. My handle is Speak with Swagger. All right. And I will post the Zoom invites ahead of time. Now, one thing I'm not going to do, tell you this right now, I am not going to Zoom you all to death. The only reason why we're having back-to-back is because, we missed last Monday. So there'll be another one session next Monday. And then after that, we'll go to every other week. All right, that was the original plan. Okay, so this is adult education, and I believe in treating folks like adults. That's just kind of where it is. All right, I have given you the script. I have shared with you the expectations and everything else. So you have what you need to get this party started. I see your hand, Frederick, but I can't hear you.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
I might have a question for you. 2 weeks ago, I got on here and I went to quiz one and just tried to answer it and didn't read anything. And I got a 9 out of 15. Okay, so my basic thing is where do I have to go to read to pass the quizzes or whatever?
Well, the discussions kind of lead you there.
Okay,
Yeah, the discussions
Okay.
kind of lead you there.
okay,
And Frederick,
thank
do me a favor, Frederick.
yes, sir.
Don't tell everybody in the class your score, man.
Oh, okay.
They don't need to know that.
Well,
That's not Bradley's business. That's that's not Michael's business.
yeah, man, it's none yet. It's none yet.
There you go. don't
That's right.
don't
Okay,
yeah. So the discussions will get you there. I see.
okay, thank
Any
you.
other questions?
No.
Okay. Thank you very much. I see where Samantha has a question. Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I was a little confused about how the start day was. I know that there's confusion that, so did week 1 start on the 22nd or did it start on the 29th? Because I know there's some confusion
No,
about.
week 1 actually started on the 22nd.
Okay.
But you know, I shifted the dates and everything. So I mean, we're in week 2 because I mean
Yeah,
the semester will come to an end at a period of time, and it starts on Monday. I think did you send me an email a while back?
Yeah, I tried to take the quiz, but everything was closed out on the 23rd, and I wasn't able to submit a quiz or my certificate of integrity.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'll do for everybody. I'll open everything else from week 1 back up. How about that?
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Cool beans. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. I will do that tonight. Tonight. Anything else? Angelo, you look like you got a question, man. I just got a feeling, man. All right. So for our listening pleasure, before we sign off, David is going to introduce himself to us. So he's going to tell us who he is, what's his major, you know, why in the heck is he here at UMGC, and any other cool thing that he want to tell us. I mean, you know, well, let me ask you this question, David, before you even introduce yourself. Would you consider yourself a cool guy? If the answer is no, we don't want to hear from you.
If I say that I don't think
David,
I'm a
it's a
cool
yes
guy,
or no question. It's a yes or no
do I,
question.
do I get a pass if I say no?
I'm going to ask you one more time, David. It's a yes or no question. We want to hear from you. We really do. Are you a cool guy?
I'm a cool guy.
Thank you. All right. Now introduce yourself.
As you said, I'm one of the veteran crew, former Army. Started off as Intel and then reclassed to cyber. Currently doing cyber as a contractor for Booz Allen Hamilton. Live here in the Maryland area. I'm working on a Toyota Tacoma, trying to build that into an overlanding vehicle. I'm not sure if that's if anyone's familiar with overlanding, but yeah, it's basically off-roading with camping. So that'll give you an image. Besides that,
Hold up, David. Hold up. Stop. Hold up a second. Yeah, I want y'all to think about it. This is somebody who say, "I'm not sure if I'm cool." Man, that's kick ass. What you talking about doing?
I was trying to cheat the system, see if I could get out of doing the intro.
I wasn't gonna let you go, Dave. I wasn't gonna let you get out of there. Go ahead, please continue. I'm sorry.
What other questions should I answer or intro?
What's your major again?
Oh, sorry, computer science.
Okay, all right. And why are you here? Why did you select University of Maryland Global Campus?
That's a good question. I think that it was partly because I was living in the Maryland area and I knew it was part of the University of Maryland school system, so I knew it would be a good quality education. And another major reason was because of the largely online medium. So
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that gets it done, man. I appreciate that. No, that wasn't too bad. Now was it?
no, sir. I apologize for joining the class late.
Oh, please, man. We didn't even notice, man. We just blended you. We rolled you right in, bro.
Man, maybe I could have gotten away with it then.
David, don't. You're doing fine right now. Don't mess it up, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Okay. All right. So here's the deal, guys. Every session is recorded, and so what I usually do too is in the student lounge, I post the embed the code, the link to the recording, so you can go back and take a listen or whatever. So we make it real. We just lay it out there for you. Okay. So this will happen after every virtual session that we have. Okay. All right. We'll talk again next Monday because that's on the schedule, and see how everything is going for you. But now understand this: you're not out here alone. Okay, I'm here to support you. I'm here to guide you, and part of my charge is to help ensure that your communication skills are better than when you came here. Okay, not that anyone here have any bad communication skills. I'm not inserting that at all. But we all, and me included, can always be better. Okay? So you all have a wonderful week, and I will I'll talk to you next Monday. All right. Have a good one.
Have a good evening, everybody.
All right.
Thank you, Professor. Have a great night.
You too.
Have a great night. Good
You guys.
night.
For a couple minutes in case somebody have a question.
Good night.
Actually, I do. I have one question. So
Yes.
I have the app PowerPoint on my search book, like on my computer, but I don't have the I guess that I have the app through the school. So when you click on links, it doesn't go to the school's PowerPoint where you have it. It tells me sign into Microsoft. I have a Mac. I don't know if that plays a role, but yeah.
It shouldn't. I'm on a Mac right now. I'm on a Mac.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like for instance, you were on one of the content things earlier. You clicked on like the PowerPoint. It should just pop up and it should just come through where I'm signed in for PowerPoint and like Word and all the other things. It tells me, sign into Microsoft, for like your account or something. I'm like, well, I'm already signed in because I'm signed in over here. So I'll figure it out, but it's just like a little problem that I'm having, I guess.
And what's your major again?
I'm sorry.
What's your major again?
IT. I know, that's what I'm saying. I'll figure it out. But it's always the little stuff like this that's just like, it's like, why is this such a hard task? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
If you save it to your Mac, it'll actually open it under one of your other, I think it's presentation